Well, Wilfried, we talked to you about Diego before he arrived, but now you've had him here for a week or so. How has it been? Has there been anything surprising from what you've seen from him on the field, and kind of how do you see him adjusting to your team?
Happy for the club, happy for the team, happy for him also because I knew it before, but yeah, this is a good player, but also this is a really good person and good work ethic. You know, sometimes in MLS, this is MLS, and I respect that. This is the system is like this, but we talk about DPs. And DPs, sometimes we have a tendency to put the DPs above everyone. To be honest with you, I don't like it. I don't like it because at the end of the day, we coach a player and we try to improve also the person. And Diego, this is a typical guy that he wants to be better every day, and he's humble. Doesn't mean that he has a lot of confidence on him, but he's humble, and the way he acts, this is an inspiration for the other players around. So I'm happy with that. So that's why about Diego, I'm not talking about the quality because we know that he has quality. After that, this is about time to understand the concept, to understand the way he wants to play. But yeah, I'm pleased with him.
How much time do you think that takes for a player like him? I think a lot of people have just kind of assumed that he steps in, whether that be starting or off the bench against Cincinnati, but I know you've kind of taken time to bring in some of these guys. How long do you think he needs to be ready to get on the field for you guys?
Honestly, it could be faster because he's in good shape. We were surprised that he was able to sustain the load of the session that we gave him. But at the same time, we have to be cautious because the last, I think, official game was in May. And he played, yes, during the preseason, but again, the preseason, as you know, this is a bit different. So I think that he understood already a certain concept, and now it's all about, you know, play with emotion, but take away also the emotion because he wants to do well. He knows that everybody is going to look after him. So, but I think that no, it could be good for obviously Cincinnati and for the rest of the season. Yes.
Christian's stressed that he's not Lucas. They're different players, but I asked him about making an impact similar to Lucas, maybe not in the exact same way. Do you see that capability from him to play, not necessarily the exact same role, but have the kind of impact that Lucas had for you guys?
I'm going to try to say it in a good way in English. But every human being are unique.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to compare anyone. So he's gonna come, he's gonna do his job. He knows that he has to compete. He has his own quality. So as you know, we are a really good team to try to manipulate the opposition, again with a lot of humility. And we need also to put more doubt on the opposition. And to put more down on the opposition is also to make the running behind. And Diego is here also for that, because he has this is natural for him to make this kind of running behind. So that's why also we decided to get him, because this is another tool for us, yes, to attract the opposition, but at the end of the day, we want to manipulate the opposition to get in behind and to attack the box. So he could help us for that.
You touched on him being able to take on maybe a little bit more than you thought right off the bat. How do you strike that balance of pushing him and, like you said, trying to not overdo it to where he is still kind of almost in a preseason type of mode?
You're talking about Julian or
sorry, about Diego.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, well, I was gonna.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, listen. For me, this is not a big deal in terms of Diego, like I told you, because it's normal. Lucas was there before. Diego now, this is the new DP. So, but he doesn't think about this. You know, the way he is as a person, this is not the type of person. I like the fact that he came in. This is not a vocal guy, but when he talks, this is precise, and he likes to act. So for me, he knows MLS. This is not like, you know, example Sheberko, he doesn't know MLS, so he needs a little bit more time. Diego knows MLS perfectly. He knows the travel. He knows everything. So now this is more about, you know, find the balance between decision making and execution. You know, because he was playing all kind of position when he was in Fenerbahce, and for us, he can play also different position. But the idea first is to see him. I haven't discussed with him in terms of concept, because I wanted to see him as a natural player. So I saw really good things. Now the idea is to sit with him tomorrow and to show him the video about the game model and so on, and everything that he has to do.
So you mentioned Julian a moment ago. In the last month, you've added several pieces, and some of them we've gotten to see, some of them we're still kind of getting worked out. What has these last 2 weeks allowed you to do as far as getting so many of these new additions on the same page? And Christian described it as almost being kind of like a new mini camp.
Yeah, sure.
Well, what has that process been like of trying to use this time to get everybody on the same page?
Yes, honestly, I was pleased. Yes, we lost against Minnesota. I wanted to go far like everybody, but we took also this opportunity to work on the basic. Okay, and Christian is right about this. It was a kind of mini camp to go back to the basic concept, and to talk to speak the same language, I would say, and soccer language, I mean. And the idea was to be details and specific about with the ball, without the ball, when we attack, when we defend, all these kind of situations. So during 1 week we work only on that, and this week we got back to a normal week, I would say, with the way we train. So it's been good to go back to the basic stuff because we needed that, and we needed to be more precise about what we want to do, and to help the player to be better. So, and I was pleased with the spirit. I was really pleased with the way they train and the intensity that they put physically, but also mentally. So, yeah, I'm happy.
How did you approach the way that you watched the Portland game, and what did you learn in the way that you watched the menu you use on Sunday?
I like rum, so maybe I'm gonna drink rum the night before, just to release and calm. Oh, you know, this is a tough one for me because this is the first time that I cannot. It's gonna be the second time now, but I got a red card. Honestly, I'm upset. I'm upset because I like to feel the energy on the bench. I like to feel my team. I like to feel all the atmosphere. So again, this is not a normal game, I would say, because I have to be honest. This is in Cincinnati, so yeah, I wanted to leave that. So, but yeah, next year I'm gonna do it. So, listen, everything's gonna be like Portland in terms of the way we prepare the game, the way we discuss with my staff, and the way they're gonna be able to find the right moment to make the sub and so on. So I trust them, and me, I'm gonna try to be calm and relaxed. And but this is not easy. I think this is not easy.
during COVID, there would be times when coaches across the league and even in other sports had to watch from home,
Yeah.
and they talked about how they coached either from their couch or wherever they were.
Mhm.
Do you take the game in? Do you say things out loud? How do you from just watching the game?
No, listen, to be honest with you, I come from France, as you know, and the south of France, and a big sport in south of France is rugby. And the mentality of the rugby is the coach, they are in the stand. And I like it, to be honest with you, because you can see a different perspective of the game. And maybe in the future, I'm going to ask the club to put, something high on the pitch, because you can see everything. You can see everything. You can see the right distance. You can see the movement. The only thing that you cannot see or you cannot feel is, you are not close with the players. So sometimes you have to feel certain things, But to be honest with you, I like this. I like to see the game evolve like this. So for me, this is good. But after that, this is about the communication with my players or with the staff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust with that. But when I'm gonna do the post-game match, it's gonna be with my players. I mean, the video is gonna be good because I can see already certain things. I can do a feedback a little bit quicker. So this is the way I see it.
How much of a trust exercise has this been with your staff to rely on them to be assistant coaches, but then also be there for you on the field, your eyes, your ears, and rely on them to be in the position that you are to provide whatever the players need on that game as things change too?
To be honest with you, it doesn't change for the way we work, because the way I work now is when I started to coach, I wanted to do everything, but I realized that my brain was not able to follow that. So because I am the type of coach that I need a freshness. So, and for me, a good leader also is a leader that is able to delegate. And for me, my staff, this is the way I see it. So the way we work every day, yes, I am the leader of the team. Yes, I take decision, but my staff is always with me in every way, always. So for me, that's why it's really important to have a staff that we are together, because in a good moment, yes, but in the bad moment, this is my people, So for me, honestly, the way we work every day, the way we do things, the way we think about the game, the way we prepare the game, doesn't change. So they know. After that, it's all about, sensitivity. Can I say that? How can I say that? For sure, they are not yes men. I don't like yes men. So my point is, I'm gonna have maybe more. I don't know how to say it in English, but I'm gonna lean towards something. Maybe they're gonna do something maybe different, because the background is different, because the way they feel at the same moment is gonna be different. But at the end of the day, the big picture is the same. And that's why I decided to have a staff like this, to be able to bring me stuff that it could be useful for me if I don't think about it.
How this game always has a big build up to it, the rivalry. Having this extra time to kind of build towards it, is that any different for you guys? I know you said you kind of took time off and went into this week as a normal game week, but has it been building any differently than maybe it would if it's the normal flow of an MLS season?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because naturally we think about the rivalry with Cincinnati, but I haven't mentioned Cincinnati because they know that already. And the way we are and the way we prepare each game is about us. It's about what can we do to be better. And we're gonna talk about Cincinnati really the day before the game. So but we know that now I'm gonna have to be good with my staff to control a little bit better the emotions, because the players, they want to do well. The game that we played over there, we lost, but honestly, we did a good game, and we didn't deserve the result like this. So they want do something good. So now it's going to be about, yes, to get emotion, but also to control the emotion. So this is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later, yes.
When you do talk about the game, because it was very hectic and the way it started and then you guys gain control and then the mistake that leads to the goal, what do you take from it to show the players? Is it, Christian mentioned the ability to be resilient and come back in a game like that, but what do you want them to take out of a game, even though, like you said, it was a defeat that maybe you guys did just...
Well, I'm going to share what we did. We after this game, it was difficult because we played with a new team. The starter that I put, they didn't have a lot of experience. We started the game really well. After that, yes, they scored against the flow of the game, I would say. When they scored, we had bad moments for 15 minutes. We struggled a bit with that. And after that, when we scored a goal, we were really good until the end. Except, yes, Pat made this mistake. But after that, we were close also to come back. And the goalkeeper of Cincinnati made a terrible, a really good, save. But we had a really good moment. We had really good moments. So the idea was to show them that, yes, when we were not together, we collapsed. But as soon as we play and we had the spirit to play for your teammate, we were really good. So after that, the outcome of the game, yes, it was not what we wanted, but it was a really good game for us to show them that we are able to do good things in a difficult environment. And so we had a really good takeaways about this game and to move forward, yes.
All good? Thanks, Joe.